What's up guys, it's Elliot here and I'm super excited for today's video. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite product research technique, and this is by far the most effective technique that I know, and I've been able to find a lot of successful products using this method. I actually discovered this technique myself this past summer when I was doing a lot of product research, but I recently found out that a lot of other sellers also use this technique, but I never really learned it from anyone else, so I have my own way of doing it. I have my own little twist, which I think you guys will find extremely useful. So I'm going to show you guys my screen and I'll walk you guys through everything that you need to know for this product research technique, and hopefully this will help you guys find your winning product. I always say this, but you're literally one product away from changing your life, and product research is definitely the most important part of this whole process, so you want to make sure that you're not cutting corners. That being said, before I started using this technique, I used to spend months looking for products, but now I can literally find a product within minutes. I think that time is really valuable just because you could be using that time to sell on Amazon and be making money rather than looking at products. Now that I use this technique for my product research, I can literally find a product within minutes, and so I hope you guys find this valuable, and let's get right into it. Alright guys, so the very first thing we're going to want to do is look up Amazon best sellers on Google and click on the first link. Basically, these are Amazon's most popular items, the products that are ranking the highest within each of the categories. And the bestseller rank is basically Amazon's way of representing how well a product is doing in its specific categories. So for example, this Fire TV stick with Alexa voice is #1 in the category of electronics, but usually when it's ranked high in a category, you're going to see a large number of reviews. You know, this one has 195,000 reviews, which is just an insane amount of reviews. You know, if we were to enter that market, there's absolutely no way we'd be able to compete at 0 reviews when we're first starting out. And so what you want to do is look at all these different categories and choose one that you want to do your research in. A pro tip is to really pick a category that you're more interested in. This is because if you can actually act as a consumer for the product that you're going to sell, for example, you know, let's say you want to sell a bike pump and you are a cyclist and you really are enthusiastic about bikes, then obviously selling a product that you know and are familiar with is really going to help you out in the long run. So that's just a quick example, but basically you want to choose a category here that is interesting to you to some extent. There's some categories that you should stay away from. For example, electronics, there's just too much competition and there's crazy return rate there, so I would stay away from that. But for this example, let's look at home and kitchen. So Amazon will bring up these products which are the best sellers within the home and kitchen category. But again, look at these top ranked products. They have 43,000 reviews, 31,000 reviews. You know, there's just a lot of reviews and a lot of competition. So it's not going to be a good place for us to look when we're looking for a new product. A good way to do this is to run Jungle Scout or Viral Launch. I have both. I use both. I like both as well. So really, whatever your preference is. But look at the number of reviews here, like 43,000, like this is crazy. So this is still too saturated for us. So what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna pick a subcategory of the category that we just chose. So let's go into like kitchen and dining, for example. And this is the tip that I was talking about earlier in the video. Running Jungle Scout and Viral Launch on this entire category is going to help you get a representation of, you know, what's going on in the entire category. Most sellers will tell you to run Jungle Scout, run Viral Launch on specific products so that you can look at the data for the entire market. But this is kind of like a broader view so that we can kind of, you know, start off big and then narrow our options down until we reach the product that we want to sell. So again, you know, there's crazy amount of revenue, there's crazy amount of sales, but these reviews are still relatively high, and the reviews that, you know, this one has 210, which is great, but it's bounty, and this again 249, it's bounty, and you're not going to be able to compete with a huge national brand like that. So what we're going to do actually is niche down one more time and pick another subcategory. So let's go with storage and organization. So I'm going to run Jungle Scout again. On this entire category, you know, so we entered the home and kitchen category, but then we went to the subcategory of kitchen and dining. Now we're in the subcategory of that in the storage and organization category. So I'm gonna look through the reviews here, and basically what we're looking for is a product that has low reviews. If you guys have not checked out my last video on the 5 characteristics I look for in a winning Amazon product, be sure to check that out. That has some pretty important information about what to look for when you're doing your product research. But anyways, because these are bestsellers, we already know that there's going to be high demand. Look at these review counts. They're, you know, all over $100,000. It's a crazy amount of sales. So we already know that the demand is there. But basically what we're looking for is that low competition. So again, these are still pretty high reviews. But let's look at this one. Enter. This one has 137 meal prep containers. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Okay, so it looks like these are some plastic containers that are used for meal prep. So now that I've kind of found a product, you know, that's on the bestseller ranks, but has low amount of reviews, what I'm gonna do is go to Amazon and look up this specific product. So I'm gonna look up meal prep container. And basically on this, I'll run Jungle Scout. It's not loading. Let's try viral launch for this. Okay, so I'm looking right away, and we're looking at crazy amount of monthly revenue, and a crazy amount of sales as well. So we're gonna look at the review count for all of these, and it looks pretty good actually. There are a few, you know, big sellers like this 2,800 review and this one that has 10,475, but it looks like, you know, that's Rubbermaid and FBA also. So I'm gonna actually look at the detailed statistics for this this entire product category, or sorry, this entire product market. And so it looks like the average review count is pretty reasonable. If we look at the standard view again on viral launch, you can see that the top seller actually has 0 reviews, and yet is doing $215,000 in monthly revenue, which is absolutely crazy. Like, that's just nuts. Again, here you see that this listing only has 1 review, and yet they have $10,000 monthly revenue. This one has 0 again, but has $127,000 worth of monthly revenue. This one has, again, 0 reviews and $67,000. You know, like, looking at this top listing, how would you guys like to have, you know, 0 reviews and yet doing $215,000 of monthly revenue, which means, you know, as you're trying to grow your review count or whatever, that number is only going to go up. So that is absolutely insane. And so this would be an example of like a product that you might consider. That being said, you know, for this specific product, the price is a little bit low for me, because I don't know how much each one of these meal prep containers are going to cost. But usually I like to look for products that have at least $20. Again, this is kind of content that I covered in my last video, so if you haven't looked at that, again, check that out. But again, we're just looking for products, you know, that have high demand, and then once we use the technique of using the subcategories, we're looking for a product that has a low number of reviews. So again, just looking through this market, it's crazy. Like, Viral Launch was showing us those numbers. I can run Jungle Scout as well, just to get another, you know, second opinion on that. But yeah, this FBA seller, you know, has 0 reviews, and yet is doing $233,000 of revenue each month. That's monthly revenue. I mean, I can look at the price history. Yeah, I mean, they started selling about a year ago, and so, you know, that's just a crazy amount of profit for that. So yeah, this is awesome. But basically, you know, we'd have to look at the seasonality. We'd have to look at whether it's, you know, patented, stuff like that. But this just shows you guys how much potential this product research technique has. I don't want to stretch this video out too long, but, you know, basically the strategy of going into subcategories and looking at the best-selling products is really valuable, because the best-selling products already have high amount of demand because they have high revenue and high sales. The only way you can rank high on the bestseller rank is by having sales. So again, we know that there's demand. So once we know that, all we have to do is look for a low amount of reviews, and that'll help us to find a product that we can really compete in, because there's not too much competition there. Alright guys, and that's actually the entirety of the product research technique. All you have to do is go through the categories, go through the subcategories until you find a product that has low competition, which means a low number of reviews, and you already know that these products have high demand, because in order to be on the BSR best-selling rank list, you need to have a high number of sales. Also, you guys saw that I was using, Viral Launch, Jungle Scout. I honestly don't have a preference, but I do have a 30% off discount code for Viral Launch down in the description if you guys want that. And now that you guys have this powerful research technique, I want you guys to go take action. Go to Amazon, try it out, and let me know if you guys have any questions regarding the product research technique or anything regarding Amazon FBA in general. I really hope this was a valuable video for you guys. I hope you guys are able to find a product, through this video and through this product research technique. Product research is, again, by far the most important step of the process, and it does take some time, but again, hard work and patience, it pays off. And hopefully this helps you guys out a lot. If you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have questions, leave them down in the comments below. If you want, join our Facebook group where you can interact with more Amazon FBA sellers and learn about FBA. I'm super active on there, and I answer questions on this YouTube channel, but also on that Facebook group. So if you want to join that, please do. If you guys got any value out of today's video, please leave a like, and I'm posting so many videos lately, so subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.